Okay, this is the oil. I'm just going to put it. It's very easy in this process. You can cook soup for 1000% when it comes to ogbono. This process is very good. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to pour in your inside. Just like you want to fry, but you are not really frying it. Okay, so you just so that the oil will dissolve it. The oil will dissolve it. So I like cooking with hot water or warm water. While cooking, cold water is it's not good for it. It might spoil your food. So you just leave it a little bit. Now what I'm going to do, I'm going to be pouring in warm water to loosen up. You see what I'm doing? Loosen up the ogbono. So at this process, we have gotten a very good, unique texture for our ogbono. You can see. So at this time, just leave it. If you want to add some water, I will be adding some water because it's much. I'm going to be adding some water because it's much. You see what I'm doing? So just leave it and don't cover it. Then in this pot, I'm going to be doing my egusi. As you can see, the pot has dried. I'm just going to do the same process. I'm going to be frying this egusi. So this one is very easy. Pour it in the same manner. Just leave it and keep stirring. Keep stirring. I'm going to show you what I want to do in a very deep way. As you can see, I've just poured it. I will stir. I will keep frying. The other one, let it be. This one, keep stirring. Don't let it burn. Okay? If you want much oil here, you can put, but I don't really need much here. My goosey. You guys see what I'm doing? I'm just going to keep frying. Keep frying it. Keep frying it. Loosening it up. At this moment, I'm going to lower my gas so it will not get burnt. So I'm just going to fry it. I'm not adding water at this moment. Nothing. I'm just frying. I'm going to fry. Later I'll just add some tomatoes, pepper, and everything to taste. You will see what I want to do. This is another process of having a very good egusi so that it will get cooked on time. So at this moment, I've lowered my gas. The one for the egusi, I've lowered it very, very low, and I will cover it. The heat as well will make it get cooked and be fried without no stress. Now we are going back to our ogbono. So you can really prepare any food of your choice in less than some minutes. You see what I've achieved? Gorgeous. Remember, I've not had anything, not even meat stock, not anything at all. I've not had anything. I just wanted to cook a little bit before I add other spices that I want to add. So keep stirring. You can decide to cover, but I don't believe in covering ogbono. So I'll just leave it, let it cook for a little while. Say 5 minutes before I add every other thing. You see what I'm doing? Keep stirring in one direction so it will loosen up every other one that I've not yet loosened up. You see, you will get a very good ogbono. So at this moment, I'm just leaving it. I'm lowering it a little bit, not too low like the one of the egusi. Just lower it a little bit. So we'll come back in the next 5 minutes. Okay, this is a meat stock I showed you earlier on. I'm just going to put a little bit, about 4 spoons, because I have other food to cook, just like this. Also, I'm still putting 4 as well in the egusi as well. See what I'm doing? Okay, 4. So I'm going to stir the egusi. At this moment, I have to lower it so that it doesn't splash all over my gas. I'll lower it increase it a little bit so it will be frying. Then I'll come for the ogbono. This one I'm going to, because it's a mixed up, please let your salt be at the ending so that you don't overput your salt. So I'm going to be adding crayfish. You see what I'm doing? I'm going to be adding crayfish. Crayfish is very good. I'm adding my salt, just little. Then I'm adding my garlic powder. Don't make it to be too much garlic. I'm adding my white pepper. I'm adding my onions powder. And I'm adding my black pepper. At this moment, I'm going to be adding onions I ground. Just leave it like this, 1 spoon. And the fresh pepper, my fresh pepper to it. And I'm going to stir. At this moment, you can test the food and see if the meat stock is okay. And you see what I'm doing? So if it's too thick, at this moment you can regulate it with your water, your meat stock, whatever you want to regulate it with. So I'm going to be testing. I still need some cubes. So at this moment, I just added 2 cubes of Maggi and I'm done. So I'm going to be regulating it with water. I'm adding water to loosen it up. It's too thick. Remember, I will still put my okra, but that one will be at the ending. I don't want the okra to be too soft. I want it to be crunchy a little bit. So at this moment, we are in the first stage. I'm going to add mushroom and okra together. So at this moment, I will just cover it and we'll go back to our egusi. So you can actually do, if you have bigger gas, you can do 4 food at a time. It's your time if you have the time. You see the egusi, don't let it get burned. You see what I'm doing? Don't let it get burnt. Keep stirring. Keep stirring. At this moment, I'm lowering the gas. I just want it to be fried, cooked. When I add other ingredients, I will be good to go. Okay? As well, I'm going to be adding my white pepper to this. I'm adding my onions powder, my white pepper. I'm adding a teaspoon of salt. I'm also adding my garlic, my crayfish, grounded one, and garlic. I'm still going as well to add my onions that I ground. In this one, I'm still going to leave the one I sliced because I want it to have that aroma. The last thing I'm going to be leaving is my fresh pepper. So at this moment as well, I'm still going to stir up my egusi, add some meat stock to see if it's okay. I'm going to leave it to cook. All these spices will cook up. Then when I want to put the vegetable, I'm using the bitter leaf. At this moment, I want to add the bitter leaf so I can add the water at the end. Also, in this one, let me taste. it's not enough. I'm still adding 2 cubes. Immediately I'm adding my bitter leaf. You know, it's a little bit, I've already washed it in hot water. Yeah, hot water to remove the sand. I've washed it in hot water. So what I'm going to do, I'm just stirring it together. Hope you are seeing what I'm doing. I'm stirring it together. We have different processes of cooking egusi that will look nice and yummy. So I'm going to add my water at this moment. I don't want to use tomatoes to cook this. I don't like it. So I'll just add water, cover to cook. And we'll leave it for like low your gas for like 20 minutes. And we are good to go. I'm adding water so that the bitter leaf itself will cook along with other ingredients that I put. Okay, so that's it. Okay, so here we are. I've put the okra off camera. I'm sorry for that. I'm putting the mushroom. It's all these things are your choice. If you want, if you don't, nobody will beat you. I add a little spinach to it as well. You can see this is the second stage. The last stage is okay. The outcome is ready. Our ogbono is ready. So you can see our ogbono is ready. You can use it to eat pando, semo. Use it to eat semo, ogbono, semo, pando, amala, semo vita. You can use it to eat with this fufu as well. You see, good, delicious. You see what I've cooked? Okay, so I'm going to be dishing it out later. You see what I've done? So also we are still going to the egusi. This one is ready as well. You can see, so yummy, 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 yummy. This our egusi is ready. You can see. So any process you can use, I was still going to show. Watch my video on YouTube. You are still going to see other type the way they prepare egusi, but this is just what I want. The bitter type, and it's very, very good. Wow, look at it, good. Thank you so much. See you in my next video.